Hello, you amazing friends. Welcome to our International Networking Zoom for the 5th of May, Thursday. Great having you with us. Can you please give the person next to you a massive round of applause? And I just want to say a big thank you. We've got a whole squad of you here. We've got Yuzo, John, Isabel, Alexander Kittle, George, Dottie, Winnie, Paul, Jacob, Peter, Mina, Sean, and Dottie. So just welcome to you, legendary winners, and a big, big thank you. Great having you all with us. Now, we've got a very special one tonight. Firstly, we're going to be helping you network and helping you win big. And just an honourable mention, actually, this Monday for our live webinar, we have Mr. Sean Tucker as our guest speaker. So not today, but for Monday. Sean, how you doing? Do you want to say a quick hello, Sean, and tell us what you're up to?
Hello, everyone. Hey, Ed. It's great to be here again. I love these Zooms, and I love the energy you put out. I love the people that you attract. It's a pleasure to be here. What am I up to? Well, that's a very good question. I'm a health and wellness expert. We've sort of just announced my new role, Chief Executive Officer of Healthy CEOs. So we're targeting CEOs, business owners, anyone who really wants to be the CEO of their life. And essentially what we do is we use our health science and exercise science background to create a blueprint to get them back to being their better self in 90 days or less. Because we can all remember a time where we've been our better self. Or if not, it means that you're probably creating it now. And that's really cool. So if anyone wants to reach out and create their better selves or get back to being their better selves, I'd be happy to help. Because we have been working with Tim Beanland. Some of you may know. We've helped him lose 10 kilos in 2 weeks. Pretty cool stuff.
Amazing. And have I been losing weight, Sean Tucker?
You are slimming down.
Yes.
Super slim. I
Yes.
mean, I can see the abs already popping out. It's amazing what you're doing, Ed.
Yeah. At the end of lockdown, I was so fired. I wasn't big boned. I was really fired. So it's good to get back that way. I'm telling you, Sean.
But question for you, Ed, how much weight have you lost since the end, since the lockdown phase of weight loss began?
I haven't actually been weighing myself. I've been using the will my clothes fit technique.
How many clothes have you thrown out?
Well, the thing is, for a while, I was just wearing my fat pants, which is probably not a good sign. As of the other day, I actually fit into my cargos. Granted, it was a snug fit. I could actually wear my cargos again, as in I could actually belt up along my waist. There you go.
Mate, that's awesome.
Yeah, I had breathing difficulty, but at least my pants were on.
And you're still walking 14,000 steps a day?
About that, yes. So there you go.
You're a machine.
Right.
Probably fitter than
I love you, Sean. And Sean, I was just going to say, Sean, what are you speaking to us about on Monday?
We are having a conversation about consistency and winning.
Oh my God.
Because, I mean, how key is consistency to winning?
Oh, brilliant.
I'd say it's absolutely fundamental. So really, really keen to unpack that for everyone on Monday and really have like an open discussion with everyone and answer any questions that anyone has around it, because it's key. If you want to do well in business or in life, you have to have consistency.
Brilliant. We love you, Sean. Can we give Sean Tucker a round of applause? And big thank you, Sean. And I was just going to say, if you come in, please use the LinkedIn chat, share your LinkedIn links, share your webinars. Please connect with each other. And what we say with all our networking events is connect with everyone on LinkedIn and book a Zoom with someone. If you do that, you'll do really well. Now, we've got our guest speaker who's come on in, and we actually had a great live with him the other day. Hello, Olga. We love your little hello cards. And we actually had a great live with Bernie and a friend, Julia and Steve Boyd, the other day. And Bernie's our guest speaker. Bernie, do you want to unmute and say a quick hello to our legendary audience who loves you?
Hello, everyone. Hi. Can't wait.
Tell us a bit about you and what you're going to be talking about soon, Bernie.
Oh, gosh. A bit about me. That's not something I can say in short order. However, first of all, I'm Jamaican born, but I've been living in the United Kingdom since the year 2000. My background is in law, and I'm quite an accidental entrepreneur, I would say. But I've learned a few things along the way in life and in business. And I would love to share just a little bit. There's this old topic that people belabor, but I think, I'd like to give my own perspective on imposter syndrome as we come out of the lockdown, and especially as we start to meet people that we've been talking to behind the screens, and we have to strut our stuff and walk our talk. Sometimes imposter syndrome trips us up. So I want to just talk about that for 15 minutes or so today.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Can we give Bernie a round of applause? Bernie, we love you.
Thank you.
I just want to give a quick shout to Julia Steve Boyd. Julia Steve Boyd is one of Bernie's clients, and she just released a book the other day on etiquette. Julia, do you want to say a quick hello and tell us about Awesome You and your book?
Oh, hello. Hi, everybody. It's great to be here, and it's great to meet you again, and it's great to see Bernie also, who has been the publisher and the driving force behind my book, which went literally into an overnight international bestseller in so many countries. So she sort of put everything together, wrapped it all up, and sold it to the world. So it's great. I'm really happy. I'm an etiquette coach, so I teach people not the sort of old-fashioned rules of etiquette, but just some sort of soft skills that sometimes people are lacking when they want to communicate with new clients, with new businesses. Just give them tips to help them sort of be the best that they can be. So that's what I do.
And Julia, can I ask, do you hate it when people, even at business functions, speak while chewing? Does that drive you insane? Like you're having a conversation like a camel.
Yeah, I think we talked about this before. It does. It drives me insane because when you're trying to communicate with someone in any environment, it's particularly in a business environment, you're trying to impress one another. You're trying to sell your business, your skills, you're trying to sell yourself. And if you're eating with your mouth full, then the person that is with you will leave with that impression before they will leave with whatever it is you've been trying to talk about in the meantime. So yeah, it drives me insane.
Oh, Julia, that's why I love you. Can we give a round of applause to Julia? Julia, we love you.
Thank you.
That's amazing. We got one of our meetup leaders in today. The man's a rock star. He helps us run our Canberra events. And this guy just doesn't stop. I think he's an amazing man. He loves Microsoft probably more than I do, which is very, very, not many people in the world that love Microsoft more than me, but he certainly does. Alexander Kittle, how you doing, my friend? What's going on?
Well, thanks. And you've got to stop fibbing, Edward. I'm not a Microsoft lover. I'm vendor neutral, so I like all brands equally.
So you're completely inclusive and diverse, right?
No. I've my whole life, I always find that it doesn't matter what brand you're at. There's a brand that suits the person, and it's not the brand that suits everyone. So I've always been very vendor neutral. So it's good in a way because I can swap from an iPhone to an Android phone to a Windows laptop to a Mac laptop. It doesn't bother me at the end of the day. Although I do prefer Microsoft, if that makes you happy.
There you go. So in other words, you're about as vendor neutral as I am, right?
I'm actually I have my favorites, but at the end of the day, when it comes to promoting the product, I'm very vendor neutral, which is what I do in my role. I need to be vendor neutral when we sell the most amount of technology brands in Australia, if not the world. We've got over 388 different lines of vendors that we sell, and I need to know a little bit about every one of them.
That's what I love about you, Alex. You are a vendor neutral guy. You're all about the right technology for the right people. Well, I've got you, Alexander. Do you have any tech trends or any new tech developments you want to share with us? Any new technology or stuff that we need to know about?
There's no trends at the moment. I think with other than AI that's going to be developing pretty soon. Generally speaking, we haven't plateaued, but it's incremental changes. But where the changes are, I bet that everyone here uses the same password for 3 to 4 applications.
Probably about 8 or 9 in my case.
Hands up who does. Who uses the same password? Yeah, good on you, Sean. Well done. So rule number 1, cybersecurity. And a lot of people, especially entrepreneurs, forget the stuff that you keep on your computer, the data about your clients. If that leaks out to the public, you are liable and you can go to jail or get a $10,000 to $1 million fine. So it's really important that you protect your assets, which is your database, your clients, with safe cybersecurity practices.
Wow, brilliant. We love you, Alexander. And Alexander, also, can you please give us a quick networking tip being a master meetup lead?
Oh, a networking tip. Look, you've just got to be yourself, I think, at the end of the day. Sometimes we do get nervous if you're interacting with new people for the first time. It's one of those things, even as a salesperson. I did a sales training course the other day, and they asked me, how did you go? And I said, I still hate cold calling at the end of the day. 30 years later, I still hate cold calling. And I said, it doesn't show. And I think sometimes you've just got to hide your nerves and get on with it and do it. Say hello to people at the end of the day. And coming from an introvert like myself, that's still a challenge these days, but I do it consistently. So build yourself out of your comfort zone.
That's why we love you, Alexander Kittle. Round of applause to you, Alex. It's a pleasure. Also, too, we've got one of our other wonderful meetup leaders here today. I'm actually pumped to catch up with her tomorrow when I fly to Brisbane, which I'm very excited about. And just to let you know as well, I'm also now a gold frequent flyer with Virgin Airlines. So there you go. I dreamt that up when I was a homeless veteran. So I'm now a gold frequent flyer. It doesn't mean anything, but it feeds my ego. And speaking of feeding my ego, we've got the legendary Karen Clark. Karen Clark, how are you doing, my friend?
Hey, Ed and everyone, I'm doing great. I'm sorry I was a few minutes late. I got carried away working on my presentation for tomorrow, and then the clock went past 8 o'clock and I went, oh my gosh, I should have been on. So that's why I'm late, because I was preparing some nice little gold nuggets for tomorrow for those people who are attending our Brisbane Business Networking Meetup.
And Karen, please tell us a little bit about what you do and give us a networking tip, legendary Karen Clark.
Yeah, so I'm a business growth facilitator, and I work in the realm of quantum technology and the universal laws, and I'm going to unpack a bit of that tomorrow. So I help people to understand all that stuff about woo-woo and energy and frequencies and all of that, and I break it down into really basic understanding of what causes our results and how to use the universe as one of the best collaborators that we can have. So, and the tip is, what I would say is, I was just doing it actually, a bit of it today, is to really follow up with people, connect with people, send them a voice message like you've taught me, Ed. Just take the time to be interested in other people and to be interested from your heart for no ulterior motive except that you want to give and support and get to know people better.
Oh, I love your genuine nature, Karen. You are amazing. Can we give Karen a round of applause? Karen, it's going to be great. Thank you, Karen. And we've got one of our other heroic characters here. She's a British lady from South Africa, and she works really hard. And right now I understand that they're on backup power, which has me very concerned. So we better get Mina Mystery up before the aliens cut off the power and she's cut off. How you doing, Mina? What's going on?
Hi, Ed. Hi, everyone. The aliens, they're not here yet, so I think we've still got some time. I was timekeeping, so they're a little bit late. All is very well on my end. How are things with you?
Oh, it's great to see you, Mina. I got to say, you've been going from strength to strength. Please tell us what you do and share your ideas with us, Mina Mystery.
Of course. So I am from London, but I'm not living in London. I'm in South Africa at the moment. And my role in my business is an NLP and spiritual evolution mentor. One of the things that I'm very passionate about is mind, body, and spirit connection and nurturing this. So I'm here to connect with people from Sydney, around the world, and the UK. At the moment, I'm only working with UK clients. So if there's anyone here in the UK, I would love to sort of meet up with you and have a chat. I do have a request, actually, if that's okay. If there's anyone on this networking that's from the USA, that knows of a bookkeeper, or you are a bookkeeper, someone that's looking for a part-time bookkeeping job, if you could contact me, I'll put my details, my LinkedIn details in the chat. I would be eternally grateful.
Oh, sounds good. We love you, Mina. And just before you go, Mina, tell us what you do.
So I work with clients with NLP and spiritual evolution program, both work. Oh, and our power's back. The aliens have gone. I just heard it come back. So I work with clients providing breakthrough interventions in particular contextual areas of life that are particularly problematic and challenging for them, which leads them up to doing the spiritual evolution program, which is essentially connecting with our three minds, which is a higher conscious mind, our higher self, our unconscious mind, and our conscious mind. So we're operating in our life in wholeness and unity.
Brilliant, Mina. That's why we love you. Round of applause to you, Mina.
Thank you,
incredible. Love your work, Mina. And I've just realised we've got amazing David Quinn Watson with us. We're actually catching up tomorrow when I go to Brisbane. How are you, David Quinn Watson? What's going on in your world?
Oh, thanks for the shout out, Ed. Yeah, I'm well. I'm doing really well. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow too. I was just about to message Karen and tell her that. We had a great session last night with her and a few people. So, yeah, I recommend any Wednesday night that you've got an hour or so to spend it with Karen. You'll learn a lot. So, Ed, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. You know already because you're kind of responsible for it. I'm a sales coach and mentor, and my business is DQW Coaching. I help technical people get comfortable with the selling process so they can have long-term relationships with their clients and not have to sell ever again. That really worked for me when I had my business, and I want to teach people how to get that much sooner than I ever did in my life. So I've got an 8-week program. It costs $19.95, and it's free to the first 5 people who sign up. So a bit of a sales spiel there, and I hope you'll forgive me. But I'm trying to get some traction with getting some people, and I'd love to have some people come on and test out the program, give me their feedback, so that I can move forward and help lots of people. So that's me.
Oh, excellent. So fantastic special to those listening. Get in contact with David Quinn Watson. Did you want to share your LinkedIn link so people can connect with you, David Quinn Watson?
They're in the chat. I'll put them there in a little while. Email or my phone number's there, so feel free to give me a call.
Brilliant. We love you, David. Round of applause to you, David. Absolutely
Thanks,
amazing.
Jeff.
Absolutely amazing. And also noticed as well that we have amazing Scott with us. Scott, are you there? He might have dashed off. We had Scott sign in before, but if Scott's not there, we'll pick him up later. You there, Scott? Did you want to say a quick hello, legendary Scott Foxy, while we got you?
Hi, guys. I was eating, so I didn't want to... I got someone said something before about eating while you're presenting. So
no, I don't care. Just sit there with like a Big Mac and go for it. That'll be awesome.
Oh, Big Mac.
Or a double quarter pounder. You need double quarter pounder.
I'm just trying to lose weight. Like, really?
Yeah, me too. I get you. There you go. Sit there with a garden salad with low-fat dressing.
So, so I'm Scott from Six Sense Acupuncture. We're based in Kalunga in Brisbane in Australia. So I'm a registered acupuncturist and Chinese herbalist. I'll talk about a patient I had today. He was in his 70s. He had really bad respiratory issues. He had shortness of breath really bad. And he smoked for 40 years. So I don't know what the cause was. So, so he came to me. He said that he had a restriction of like about 8 out of 10. And you could actually hear him wheezing. And he had a little bit of a cough. So after I put the needles in, he said the restriction went down to a 1 out of 10, and that the actual wheezing actually stopped while he was in the clinic. So that was a little win for us today. So thanks for listening to me, guys, and watching me not eat.
Oh, Scott, we love you. There you go, my friend. No, please, anyone, eat and drink all you want.
Should I mute now?
Yeah, there you go. Eat and drink all you want and be merry. I mean, Karen's usually having a fantastic glass of red, which I think is amazing. So there you go. But no, great having you with us. Now, I was just going to say as well, we are going to open up the 40 legendary winners. So I was just going to say, if you want to remain silent, you can. If you want to speak, all you do is just hit the hands up key in your reactions bar, like wonderful Cami has. Cami knows how to get in there early, but just hit the hands up key if you want to speak. And I was going to say as well, if you could also please turn on your webcam as well. So we're going to take a group photo shortly. Now they mentioned as well, please take photos and post them, and do turn on your webcams because we're going to get ready to take a group photo. So please get ready for that. So yeah, without further, and also too, as you say hello to the room, what I encourage you is please keep it short, brief, and focused. And remember, it is being recorded, and so please keep it clean and positive. But you people are awesome. I don't even need to ask you that. So without further ado, Cami Adekumbi. How you doing, Cami?
Was it me?
Gotcha, Cami. How you doing?
I was chatting to my friends. All right. So, hi, everyone.
Hello.
I'm talking from London. I'm just on my way inside work. So, yeah, for me, I'm all about positivity, helping people with health, wealth, beauty, fitness, the whole heap. So, I'm not going to bore you with that. So yeah, it's nice to be connected here. And if anyone hasn't connected with me, my details are in the chat box. Thanks, Edward.
Oh, you are so not boring, Cami. We love you heaps and great seeing you. There we go. It's awesome. Oh my God, Heather Mitchell. What's going on, Heather Mitchell?
Hi, Ed. Hi, everyone. I'm Heather Mitchell. I'm a money mentor from Finding Equilibrium. I help people with their money stories. I transform people, I take away people's limiting beliefs, finding out what happened with their ancestry, with their childhood, all the things that would make people feel a certain way about money and success. And I destroy them and give them a better viewpoint of how they can be and just recalibrate themselves. And then I teach them about lots of different things about different energies and different things from Indigenous histories and different aspects. And then I help people with their investing and building a strategic portfolio. So I take people all the way down the whole journey. And I have a Foundations of Financial Freedom course. I'm doing 2 at the moment, 1 for women, 1 for couples. And I've got 2 coming up in June, which is really exciting. So thank you. I'm Heather from Finding Equilibrium.
We love you, Heather. Big welcome to you, Heather. And appreciate you.
Thank you.
And oh my God, it's Daniel G. Taylor. How you doing, Daniel? And great seeing you in Melbourne on Friday the other week.
It was great seeing you in Melbourne. Yeah, it seems like so long ago. There's been such an inspiring week, but no, it was definitely great. It was a really well organized event, and Victor wasn't he like that? Like I know Sean was there and that, but I don't see anyone else was there. But Victor was just so good. It was like so good. And so I'm Daniel G. Taylor. I am the head of marketing for Finder Team, and we provide the team to be able to execute your vision. And I have in my hands, if anybody wants it, I have a 360-degree business and marketing audit. So if you would like, last time I was here, I said it was coming and being created. It's being created. And so if anyone would like that, and thank you very much, Sean, for that shout out there. So yeah, if anyone would like to get it, just drop your email address to me in a message or whatever, and I will send it to you straight away.
Oh, love your generosity, Daniel. Appreciate you. There we go.
I love you too, Edward, and I have to come into the room occasionally because you need some competition for most handsome man in the room.
Yeah, I think I've already lost, so there you go. But I am slimming down, as Sean Tucker says, so soon I'll look like Christopher Pine, touch wood, but we'll see how we go on that one. Middle Eastern version, perhaps. There we go. Love you, Daniel. And oh my God, we got Dottie with us. Dottie, how you doing, my friend? The floor is yours, Dottie.
Okay, thank you, Ed. So I'm really happy to be on the call with you guys and a new group of people. And thank you. Enjoyed all of your shares. So I'm from Colorado. I'm living in Switzerland. And if you guys want to reach out to me, you're more than welcome. I do a coaching call. And if you're here in Zurich, you can also schedule an appointment. I do a specialized back therapy for the back and for the neck, trigger point. And one more thing I would love to say, Ed, when you're finished with your amazing therapy with Sean, I could do a complimentary, because I also have my personalized weight loss story. In the Inside Glow space, you'll see part of my weight loss journey, but I believe you are absolutely in good hands with Sean, and I would love to support you even further, because I know there's certain tweaks that you can do that make it actually easy, and it's really exciting. I have a client, he lost weight, but he's doing it in a very natural way, and he's not forced. He's doing it with such joy. And anyway, contact me if you guys have any questions, but I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
Dottie, big welcome. Round of applause to you. And yeah, very soon I won't be fired. I'll be slim again instead of being fired. So I don't know what it is, but when I put on weight, my voice sounds like this. So there you go. So I don't know what it is, but love you guys. You're amazing. Isabel, what are you thinking, Isabel? You there, Isabel? Hey, Isabel, I think your webcam hates you. Can you hear us? Because we can't see you, Isabel.
I am, and I can't get my video to work. It's Stan. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now, Isabel.
It's great on my end.
Tell us everything, Isabel. What's going on, Isabel? Isabel?
Okay, I think I'm having problems with my connection actually, because everybody's freezing. So it's like, bear with me. Or maybe it's my end.
Yeah, it's all right. Just stupid internet. It's a stupid
So,
internet.
yeah. Well, oh, I know. Or it's the stupid work laptop.
Tell us very quickly
Who
what you
knows?
do, Isabel, before we lose you.
Okay, so not only am I a purpose-driven Rise High coach, I'm a comeback coach. I help men rediscover their self-worth after a setback and rebuild their life and their empire with confidence. I'm also a hard truth motivational speaker. I do that as my business, but I also, Ed, I wanted to talk about what I do during the day. When you hear somebody say they work with a disability employment services, what do you automatically think about disability?
People in wheelchairs, that honestly comes to mind when I hear disability.
Okay, that's normally the same reaction like everybody else. Wheelchairs, Down syndrome, they have a disability. So that's not really all of it. Our beautiful, wonderful government here in Australia has put everybody in the same basket. So with the virus, with all the lockdown, a lot of people suffered, right? So now we've got everybody in the same basket as disability, with anxiety, depression, PTSD, all that sort of thing. So I actually work with a disability employment services during the day, which means getting people back into the workforce. Helping them overcome their anxiety, their social phobias that they've developed through the lockdowns. So that's the disability I work for, normal mental health. So I'm actually giving a shout out tonight, not just for my business, but for the guys who I work for during the day. They're awesome people and they want to get back into work. So that's what I do. I try and get people back into work after the lockdown and the virus that they went through. Yeah.
Wow. You're a noble character.
So if anyone's got
Isabel.
any openings or connections, I would love to hear from you.
And also, too, you're going to have a chat to Bernie at some point, weren't you, Isabel? Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, you were telling me about the beautiful Bernie today. So yes, yeah. I will reach out to Bernie today.
Yeah, no, Bernie's Jamaican me crazy. That's all I can say. So make sure you connect with wonderful Bernie.
Yep.
I love Bernie. There you go. And for those who've just come in, Bernie's once we get through everyone, Bernie's our heroic speaker. So we're looking forward to it. There you go. You're amazing, Isabel. You know, I think that, don't you? Yeah, Isabel.
You're just as beautiful, Ed. I love the bald look. You know that.
especially the slim
That's
bald
why I
look.
turn up.
I'm no longer fire. I'm now slim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
We
at the
call
end
you
of
Slim Jim
lockdown,
now.
I ate too much. It was good. No, we love you, Isabel. Love you, so. And speaking of love, we've got Olga with us. What's happening, Olga? Please say hello.
Hello, everyone. Good morning from England. I say good morning. I know it's your evening, but it's my morning. And I have something exciting to tell you. Literally, since I logged in and now as I speak, I received another speaking booking request, which is amazing. And yesterday when I was delivering my talk at another speaking event, I was asked, Olga, how do you manage to get this speaking engagement? Is it your website? Is it the agent? Is it like, what do you do? What magic do you do so you actually get the speaking engagement? And actually I said that there is no magic. You can have the best website in the world. You can have, the best CRM in the world. And I'm speaking right now to all businesses, not just speaking as myself, speaking as a coach, but you can have everything perfect in your business. But if we are not here aligned with what we want, it's not going to come. So my tip from today would be visualize. See yourself when you go to sleep visualizing. So when I go to sleep, I tell myself, tomorrow I'm going to have another inquiry. Or before I became international speaker, I kept doing this and I cannot forget that because that took me 13 months to become international speaker before Zoom. Okay. Because now everybody can be international, but before Zoom, when I had to travel. Okay. I used to do this. Tomorrow I'm traveling and I will be speaking and I'll be international speaker, right? So visualize. The time when you go to sleep is the most powerful time, and the time when you wake up is another powerful time when you can visualize and when you can put yourself in a state of already being there. And that will bring you whatever you want. So the secret to my success when it actually comes to coaching clients or speaking clients is actually I visualize. I just see myself working with another client. I see myself speaking in front of another audience. Visualize, guys. It's so powerful.
Oh, we love you, Olga. Legendary. Beautiful. Round of applause. Now, guess what? It's photo time now. We're going to take a photo now. So what I invite you to do is please turn on your webcam if your webcam is not on so we can get you in there. And when we take a photo, I need you to hold still. So don't just do this and expect me to get the best photo of you. Otherwise, the photo will come out like this. We don't want that. We want you to looking like great. So make sure you stay still, get nice and close to the lens, look in the lens so I can seal those pearly whites. And then that way, what we can do is we're going to get a great photo. So get ready, turn your webcams if you haven't already. So I'm going to take the best photo. So do something pretty cool. Yep, good. Got all the cams on. We got all the cams on. I like to have a full screen. Now I got a full PC screen, so it looks good. All right, so everyone, 3, 2, 1, big smile. Hold the pose, hold the pose. Absolutely beautiful. Now I was going to say, if you want to take photos now to put on the internet, now's your chance. So if you want to get out your phone and take a photo or just hit the print screen button, now's your chance and say, oh, I love Ed and Lassie's events. They're just great. Like when you post it online, we appreciate it. Oh, I see Karen. There you go. We love you, Karen. Karen's amazing. Amazing lady.
We've lost Isabel though. There's only a blank part there.
Oh no, Isabel's webcam's not working. It's
yeah, all I can see is a grey screen and I can't see any of you. So yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's been hacked by George Soros. So something like that. George Soros is hacking into Isabel's internet connection.
You've got your webcam cover on this webcam. That's why it's all grey.
What is it?
There should be a cover on the webcam at the front there. Just slide it left or right.
In the front, okay. Let me see if I'm smart enough to do this.
It's got a little privacy protector on somewhere, or it'll be a button on the laptop somewhere.
It's weird because you can sort of see light. There's something.
Yeah.
There's something. But Alexander Kittle. Oh my God! There's Isabel.
Is that better?
Oh yay!
I'll send you the bill.
So can we give a round of applause to Alexander Kittle? There we go. Well, we better redo the photo then. So turn on your webcams again so we can get Isabel on there. So there you go. There you go. Good. We'll redo the photo. Got everyone. All right. Now, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to move. I'm definitely Alexander Kittle's getting dragged to the center of my screen for that one. So there we go. So everyone, look into the lens, hold the pose. 3, 2, 1, and big smile, winners. Now, someone turn off their webcams. Turn on your webcams again. Go on. That's it. Leave your webcams on. 3, 2, 1, smile. I love you guys. Smile, hold the pose. Oh my God, that was awesome. There you go. Round of applause. And thank you, Alexander Kittle, for diagnosing the problem. There you go. That's why Alexander Kittle's on the big bucks in Canberra, pure and simple.
Oh, that's great. Very good. Well
Big
done.
bucks, you mean the little bucks? I don't work for the Liberal Party like you do, Ed.
Oh, I wish. Maybe they gave me money. Like, I want money from the capitalists. The capitalists. But no, I just want to say a big thank you. We're going to hear from Bernie shortly. Bernie's our guest speaker tonight, and believe me, no one loves Bernie more than Edward Zia does. And but before we hear from Bernie, I just want to check in with the room again. If you haven't spoken and you would like to speak, please hit the hands up key in Zoom in the reactions bar just so we can get you. So hit the hands up key right now so we can hear from you, because we're all about being inclusive. We're about diversity. I don't know what kind of diversity, just diversity of Ed. Tim, how you doing, my friend? The floor is yours, Tim. What's going on?
Hey, mates. Had a busy day today of filming and helping clients get their messages out there and closing deals. So it's been good fun.
What you working on, Tim?
Yeah. So a bit about me. I work with my clients to produce about 3 months of video content in 45 minutes of their time. How I do that is meet with them weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. We film a conversation that'll put you up on your podium, talking the best about your business. I then go away, do the hard stuff, find all the golden nuggets of you saying the best things, and then do the branding, the subtitles, the editing. I've been working with Sean Tucker, who's in here. Before chatting with me, his views were getting 0 and 5 and 30. Just one video that we did hit 150,000 views organically. We now track that stuff back and we get sales. So Sean called me up today and he said he got a new client. That's the stuff that's really, really awesome. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So if you want to chat to me about video and how you can produce 3 months of content in 45 minutes, my calendar link is here. And I'm looking forward to chatting to you.
Oh, beautiful. We love you, Tim. And we've got to say thank you for, we highly recommend and endorse Tim. And Tim, thank you for all the work you're doing for Victory Offices as well. Don't we love Wendy Dawson?
I was there today actually doing a bit of filming. So yeah, watch this space.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Wendy Dawson is an incredible person. So she helped me a lot today.
There we go. Wendy. Tim, we love you. Round of applause to you, Tim. Amazing. Speaking of amazing, we've got Mark Ingstar with us. How you doing, Mark Ingstar?
Yeah, I'd just like to give Tim a rap too. He did a video for me and chopped it into 20 bits as well, and helped me come out of my shell. My very first video interview sort of thing. Well, not an interview, but just talking about my mission and that. So yeah, that was really good. And I found helpful. So thanks, Tim. And yeah, I'm a wealth making consultant from Hamilton, New Zealand, and founder of the Strangers Group. And I like to help people achieve their goals as well. And I have a platform for them if they want to sell products or anything like that, and other opportunities for people to make money. And so, yeah, that's what we're working on at the moment, launching our e-commerce site.
Wow.
So, yeah, thank you.
Very cool. We love you, Mark. Round of applause to you, Mark Ingstar.
Can I just jump in as well? Mark was one of the best people to work with. He was completely open to the process. He put up his hand. He said, "Tim, this is pushing myself, but I want to do it." And he didn't buy into excuses like a lot of people do. Mark's got an incredible story, and hearing that, I mean, I've asked him to come on my podcast as well because of it, and we got to reschedule, mate. Thanks, but yeah, I just want to give massive props to Mark. He pushed through the barriers that a lot of people buy into excuses, and I was really, really impressed. So I've got a lot of time for Mark, and I think everyone else should do the same. Go and check out his stuff.
Yep. Legendary. Tim, Mark, we love you. Round of applause. Now, if you haven't spoken and you want to speak, now's your chance. Just hit the hands up key. Now's your chance. Hit that hands up key. Look deep within your heart. Feel the universe. Feel the quantum mechanics. Feel Karen Clark's quantum mechanics. Feel the electrons pounding your face. And as you feel the electrons pounding your face, feel free to say hello. No, there we go. Anyway, love your work, friends. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to hear from Bernie Davies in a moment. But just before we hear from Bernie Davies, I just want to show you some cool stuff. Now, my share screen and internet was playing up the other day, and no, my luck, it'll be completely playing up again. But let's see how we go. Now, can you actually see my screen today without weird blocks? Put up your thumb. Like, is my PC actually working for a change, Sean?
Mate, it's totally fine. It looks great. It looks like your memory's all fine. It looks like Zoom's operating well and you're not dropping out. So we're doing well.
There you go. I was on the phone to Telstra, who suck, and I reinstalled Zoom. So there you go. Looks like my PC is working for now until it implodes again, Sean Tucker.
Awesome. You probably need a better NBN provider. I'm not sure. Maybe Alexander Kittle can help you out.
Oh, if there's a way of doing it better, only Alexander Kittle knows, pure and simple. We love Alexander Kittle. All right, friends, so just to tell you what's going on, just to let you know. So we've got a huge lineup coming up. So just to let you know, if you're in beautiful Brisbane, please come to our meetup tomorrow. We've got an amazing event on, led by legendary Karen Clark. Now, unfortunately, Dr. Liz is out of town, which is actually out of the country for now. So it'll be Dr. Liz and I running it. Also, too, if you haven't already, we have got our legendary LinkedIn Influencer Workshop this Saturday, 10 a.m. Sydney time. To those that have booked in already, big thank you. If you haven't booked in, now's your time to do it. I promise you will love it. So just click this link right now. Check out our LinkedIn Influencer Workshop and book it if you want to come. And as well, we have got our Boss Ladies Summit this Sunday. Now, this one's quite different because we're actually doing it using LinkedIn live stream. So what I'll do is, it's actually a different link I'm going to share with you on this one, but we're actually moving to a LinkedIn live stream for a Boss Lady Summit. Great suggestion by wonderful Lassie. So what I want you to do, legendary friends, is I'm going to share with you the Boss Ladies Summit now. So all you got to do is, so let's get a link now. There we go. No, it's working. This should work. This link I'm sharing with you now. So if you, actually, it probably won't work on a sec. Don't know if this will work. Actually, I'll just post it on my feed. There we go. Sorry, it's a bit different actually when you're doing the whole LinkedIn live stream. A few things to get used to. All right, there you go. It doesn't even come out. Let me try this again. Let me try this link. I don't know if this link will work, but try and click this link. That should hopefully take you to our LinkedIn live stream. So if it doesn't, let me know, but feel free to book in on our LinkedIn live stream, and pumped to have you with us for Boss Ladies Summit on Sunday. And the other honourable mention too, I've got for your amazing winners, is I've got a Monday webinar. This Monday, 8 p.m. Sydney, we've got a live webinar with Sean Tucker as our speaker, which I'm really excited about. And Sean, do you just want to quickly tell us again what you're going to be talking about? Just a little preview. Don't obviously give away the whole storyline.
All right. So I believe we're talking about consistency and winning. Is that right?
Close enough. Consistency and persuasion, but persuasion equals winning.
Always. So consistency is the key, right? So we're going to really delve into consistency, what it means, and how to show up every day and be consistent.
Oh my God, beautiful. So there we go. Absolutely wonderful. So please, everyone, give yourself a round of applause. This is really good. We're going to move into the Bernie Davies mode now. And we're going to, Bernie, are you ready to go? Are you ready for me to spotlight you so you take over everyone's PC?
Yes, I am.
All right. So I'm going to hit the spotlight key. Now, what's going to happen is Bernie Davies should have now conquered your PC. So everyone is now looking at Bernie Davies. Bernie, all eyes are upon thee, and it's time to hear your greatness. Bernie, I'm going to enable screen sharing, and over to you, my wonderful friend.
Right. Yes, I am so thrilled to be in your space, and I am just in awe of all of what you do, Ed. Thank you for this opportunity. You've been fantastic, and you've always been telling me that these meetups are great. And they are. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Absolutely brilliant. Now, I'm going to talk to you about Imposter syndrome. Yes, it comes to us all. Let me see if I can get this smaller. You're looking at my screen now. Hide that floating bar. Get that smaller there. Hopefully, when I click presentation, you will be great. Fantastic. Right, okay, brilliant. So I'm going to talk about imposter syndrome. But you know, there's nothing like getting a full dose of imposter syndrome yourself when you are about to talk about imposter syndrome. And I'll share about my own experiences with that. But we're going to talk about where does it all begin. And I've been listening to you fantastic people talking about all the various mind journeys, the transformations that a lot of you offer. And I'm thinking, well, what do I have to share? What do I have to add? Little imposter coming on my shoulder saying, well, what difference are you going to make? But you know, we all make our difference. So I'm going to talk about where it begins, what reinforces it, yes, how to combat it, and how to sustain victory over it, okay? Because where does it start? Somebody mentioned about the early years, going back. I think somebody even mentioned ancestry, which is, that's really insightful. Because for me, and I'd love, listen, I'm not going to be talking to myself, right? So I need Ed, you work with me. Guys, drop things in the chat and shout stuff out, Ed, that if anybody puts something in, we're gonna make this interactive. But for me, I have memories of my early years, the distinct memory that I believe impacted upon my whole journey with imposter syndrome. And I was 8 years old. And I wrote a little short story. It was a story about, you know, you come back from school, from the holidays, and I say, what did you do over the holidays? And I wrote this story. And my teacher wrote at the bottom of it, is this original? No, I didn't even know this is the 8-year-old. I didn't even understand what original meant. And then when I realized, I'm thinking, oh my God, have I gotten into trouble? First of all, is it bad? Is it, you know, and I went through so much turmoil. I couldn't speak to my parents. I shrank back. I thought something was wrong until I discovered later on, but the damage was already done, that what she was actually trying to say is it was so good, she couldn't believe I wrote it. But ever since then, that voice that's saying, do you deserve this? Do you belong here? Is this really your work? Is something that I've had to struggle with. I was sharing something about imposter syndrome recently at another event, and somebody talked about how she did this incredible paper mache production for an arts and crafts thing at school, and she took it and it was so fantastic. But this other young lady who was from a more prominent family just kind of rocked up at the local Tesco or whatever, picked up a few bits and came in, and that girl, she was the one that won. And so she forever has had this struggle with what we call the David and Goliath syndrome. Those of you who know the David and Goliath story, you know, David was just a little wisp of a lad, a shepherd in the backwoods, and Goliath was this giant. And a lot of us see things that we face as Goliaths, but also a lot of us see people, certain types of people, certain types of situations as Goliaths. But let's remember the full David and Goliath story. Yes, in the end, with just one stone out of the 5 that he picked up and a sling, he fell that giant. So what's the message in that? You will find these Goliath situations, these mammoth tasks, this great speech you have to do, this book you need to write, this project you have to head up because you were stupid enough to open your mouth and say you can do it. Yes, I know you've got to face it. Remember, you have those 5 stones, whatever that represents, whether it is your innate skill, whether it's your preparation, whether it's the particular gifting that you have and the training that you did, that you invested in, whatever it is, you have your 5 stones. And sometimes you only need to deal that 1 stone and hit that center of that giant's head. Yes? So another thing we do is we talk about the fake it until you make it. Sometimes that also helps to feed the imposter syndrome narrative, because we tend to think that even when we make it, we're still faking it. So I would not say fake it until you make it. I'd say see yourself there, walk in it, take the form of it, strut the stuff, because you know it's in you, and soon other people will see it. And don't worry about those who might want to ask, who do you think you are? They'll soon find out who you are. Yes? And the worst person to ask that question is you. Yes? Forget the thoughts. Somebody else said something that I was spot on it in my book, where I said the first 5 minutes you wake up in the morning are the most important minutes of your life. That is when you readjust your mind, you figure out where you are, and then you start to remember. You're bombarded with these sorts of negative thoughts. Capture those negative thoughts. Yes? You can, you will. And instead of thinking, oh my goodness, I have to deliver this pitch, I have to start saying, I have the exciting opportunity to speak to these people today. Flip it on its head. Capture those negative thoughts and set the stage for a fantastic day. Because if you don't, the day will run away with you with total negativity. But don't panic. Even if you start negative, you can stop in the middle of it and get back on track. And you know that age-old saying about you've made your bed, you have to lie in it. Absolute rubbish. If you made your bed, then you are totally and completely capable of unmaking it. Do it the way you want it. Change the duvet to something else, whatever it is, you can change it. Yes? Don't worry about what you've done in the past. Don't worry about where you've been. We've all done something we don't want other people to know about. Yes? And we've all been places that we'd rather not go back to. That's life. We are all humans. Yes? We are not alone. I thought I'd just allude to Viola Davis. You must know of the Viola Davis, and I mean, how to get away with murder. She's very, very famous. And she wrote her recent memoirs, Finding Me. And I had the opportunity to see Oprah Winfrey's interview with her about the book. And she was talking about where herself, and Oprah herself, she thought she was poor. And when Oprah read Viola Davis's story about how she was sleeping in her bed, her thing was that she was so poor that in her part of her life was her head covered at night sleeping, and the rats are there running on top of them, eating her dolls. They wake up in the morning, the doll's face is eaten off, and that was not one night, that was her life. She stank when she went to school. She was, Oprah said, my God, I thought I was poor, but girl, you were poor. Yes. And Viola says that little girl, that same little girl who found something in her, and that grit and that determination to do something and to be something, that little girl still limps along with her, but she has learned to develop tactics to make her believe she belongs where these other people who didn't have that experience are. Yes, but I have to insert Marilyn Monroe, because I rarely think that Marilyn Monroe, that's her there pictured before she had the bleach blonde hair and she became a sex symbol. I don't think she ever got over her childhood issues, her narrative. So when the fame came and the people who didn't particularly approve of her came, Marilyn could not cope. And we know what happened, and which is really, really sad. But, I battle with that imposter syndrome myself. Recently, I was invited by the Secretary of State, and pictured there with the Secretary of State for Wales, to an event in Whitehall in London to celebrate the successes of female entrepreneurs in Wales. And I tell you, I kid you not, I examined that email inside out. I looked at it for every indication it was a fraud. I checked to see if there were, you know, the usual signs. Is it poor writing? Is the English good? Is there some kind of hoax? Until the next day when I was able to ring that signature number to confirm, I did not believe I got an invitation. Now imagine that. Me, somebody who has spoken at the House of Lords, I represent the Welsh Government entrepreneurship programs. I teach universities, major banks. I have a global business. I've spoken at the UN, and I actually did not believe I got that invitation. And that young lady pictured to my left facing, I met her there. And, you know, she came up to me and she said to me, Bernie, you spoke at a University of South Wales work last year. I bought your book, and your book inspired me to launch my business. And her business got to the level that she was one of the few women from Wales invited to this event. I was in tears. I was sharing it with somebody else later on who was there, and I said, this happened. And they said, well, what business was she doing? And I said, I couldn't even remember what business she's doing. I was just too taken aback by the fact that she'd said that, you know, and that's me. So I know we all go through it. And you can put in the chat, and, you know, please, guys, put stuff in the chat, share with me, let me hear how you're feeling as well, right? Now, so what's the solution that I have come up with in life for myself is that I needed to know myself. I need to embrace what I call my U-print. No, I know I don't have a lot of time, so I have to respect the time frame. Ed, let me know when I'm down to 2 minutes. I have 2 minutes left. Yes, but my mother used to say to me as a child growing up, I needed to know myself. Yes, and I couldn't understand what she meant. But just to give you a little background, I am fourth of 5 children. And at that time, that dynamic was very dominant. It was a very dominant dynamic, very high powered, very accomplished family. And I had to find my way. Yes. And I discovered soon that if I were to, my parents, they used to have weekly quizzes, maths and English. And I discovered from about 4 or 5 years old that if I could win that coveted prize tin of peanuts, and I only won that, I also won center stage, attention, accolades. And what that did for me is I started to develop an attitude of what I did. I started to base who I was on what I did. And listen, that is a slippery slope, because you will always do something, you'll always mess up, and you'll always do good. So you cannot base your sense of self and your sense of worth and your sense of right to be on what you do in and of itself. Yes. And my mother used to tell me, because nobody liked me, I became obnoxious. You can imagine, I'm the one trying to win everything in school. I was competitive, and I was a nightmare. Yes, that's my 13-year-old self. That little girl used to be that nightmare. Okay, and what happened? Because I didn't take on board what my mother was trying to say, all those accolades that were there, that you see there, these are all my achievements in short. Yes, I didn't know myself. And so when I went to university, I didn't know myself. I was vulnerable. I dropped out of university, got pregnant in my first year. That experience taught me, that journey taught me to be my humanity. It taught me to care. It taught me to not judge. It taught me to be a collaborator. It taught me the value of people. It taught me the value of me. Yes. Now I can't go into it too much, but listen, guys, you have got to realize that everyone goes through the same crisis of confidence in one way or another, and some are better at hiding it, and also some develop better coping mechanisms. And for all, it's one day at a time. So take it easy on yourself. Work on your self-confidence. Do not be afraid of trying something new, and forget the grass is green distraction. Don't let that bother you. It's okay over there. Let them carry on. Is that for you? Because unless it's for you, you will never sit. It will never sit well with you, and you will never be comfortable in it. You'll be like a little child in their Sunday best. When it's itching them, you know, there's children in their Sunday best and they want to get out in their little play clothes. That's how you'll feel in somebody else's skin. Know who you are, embrace who you are, warts and all. Forget about perfectionism. It is the enemy of productivity. Yes, separate feelings from facts. Collaborate, get the right people around you. I had this fantastic opportunity to meet Dr. Liz. I was so thrilled. I could have had imposter syndrome there because all this time we've been talking back and forth. But I showed up as me. She showed up as her. And we had a fantastic time. And guys, the only time when you should feel fraudulent ever is when you have not tried your best. If you have tried your best, that's all that matters. Show up. Get confidence from knowing you tried your best. You prepared your best. You surrounded yourself with the best, and the rest of it, just leave that. Some people say to the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, leave that to the higher purpose. Okay? Because what are we all aiming for? This kind of abandon you see there. Not caring about anything, just lying back at these old people here. That's what we all want to do. Let us just not judge, invest in ourselves, improve on ourselves, because we matter. So embrace your U-print. What I mean by your U-print? It's unique. You are nobody else can be. You are quintessentially who you are. Yes, in the same way you have your own fingerprint and footprint, you have your own U-print. Embrace it. Appreciate what you have. Simplify your life. Don't compare yourself to others. Express gratitude. Practice optimism. Find your purpose. I'm so proud of Julia Esteve Boyd because she has been living and breathing etiquette. She's always wanted to make etiquette cool. But on top of that, she didn't just leave that. She followed her dream. And in the first 24 hours, Julia was able to be #1 bestseller, #1 international bestseller. What a fantastic testimony. Julia rang, I know she won't mind me saying, last week she had nightmares that nobody bought her book. Did that stop her from getting that book out? No. And that's my message today. So if you are looking for that one person who could change your life forever, just look in the mirror. Guys. Yes? So I hope I've not gone over time. I just want to encourage you guys. And if you have any questions, please, let's talk.
Oh my God, that was brilliant. Can we give a round of applause to Bernie? Bernie, that was absolutely amazing. And just want to say as well, great having you with us, Bernie. Let's hear some questions and reactions. So I was going to say, if you have any questions or reactions for Bernie, either type it in the chat or just put up your hand so we can hear it. But any questions or reactions for Bernie, now is your chance, legendary friends.
I'm just looking in the comments here. Somebody said results can be quick. Yes, that's true, Dottie. Yes, that is so true. You'll be surprised how quickly things turn. Yeah, let me see what Julia says. Amazing when you learn to leave an open mind to impress yourself every day of what you're capable, what that you haven't discovered yet about yourself. Yes, perfection is out of fashion. You are right, Julia. Am I pronouncing the name right, Julio?
It's correct. It's correct, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, Ben. It was great to hear from you. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Fantastic. You are so right. You first to impress is yourself. Let me see what else we have there. Ooh. Get going every day. Yes, it's bigger than that. Not only what we do, who we are. Yes. totally get the imposter syndrome. Those who don't get it are the imposters. That's right, Karen. We all got it. We might as well just own it. Yes. Awesome. Yes. So yeah, so come out now. Yeah, just don't just hide behind the
I got one for you, Bernie. I remember when I came out of my homeless veteran days.
Yeah.
Not so much today, but for many years, my imposter syndrome dragged me around, and I remember I wasn't conscious to it. It was like there's always this invisible demon yanking me back, and took me many years of reflections to really, I suppose, get a handle on it. What do you say, Bernie, to those listening that are really under the hammer of their imposter syndrome? What do you say to those people, Bernie?
They need to get out of their own company, and they need to find positive people. They need to start listening. Change who that. If you find yourself in a situation where you're not able to come out of it, you need help. Yeah, it's not a bad thing to ask for help. In fact, you're brave and really, really cool to ask for help. So, good podcasts, great books. Reach out for life coaching. Yes. Get amongst people, network, and not because I have a networking organization or I'm at a networking event now where I just absolutely love the host. Networking is it when you're around people who are exuding energy, it's catching. Yeah, because you didn't get that way by accident. You caught it from experience, from listening to the wrong narrative, for all of, you caught it. So you gotta uncatch it. you gotta reprogram, transform yourself. So if you feel like you're drowning, put the help sign up. Yes, do not suffer in silence, and talk to me. And there are other people in the group as well. I know do that. Reach out. We are here for each other.
Oh, brilliant, love it. And a great share from Michael AU. The biggest obstacle is yourself. The baggage from the past weighing you down, that's what destroys you moving forward. That's exactly what happened to me. And I love what you said, Bernie, about getting help. Now, just in terms of how you can help people, Bernie. So I suppose there's two sides to you. There's if people want to publish a book, they can talk to you. If people want coaching, they can talk to you. Is that sort of your two streams? Is that how it works, Bernie?
Yes, I'm a business strategist. So I'm a little bit unique in my coaching because whereas I might be able to give you life coaching, I am also a business strategist because I had my own practice. At the time, I didn't even know I was an entrepreneur when I was doing that. But I've run successful chain of restaurants, number one chain of restaurants, Caribbean restaurants in Wales. I have coached and mentored at a very high level in the local authorities and so on. So I actually am a really good business strategist. I'm a strategist. If I'm going to publish your book, it's going to be number one because we're going to strategize. Everything has a strategy. Yes. If the book is good, that's what I tell you, and everybody has something good in them. Yeah. So don't think, oh, you'll never help me. Listen, together we can build the best version of yourself and your business and give it a global trajectory if that's what you want, or keep it regional, whatever your desire is. Yeah. So I'd suggest you talk to me to see what aspects of what I do would suit you.
And what's the best way people can reach you, Bernie?
Well, I did put in the chat before I started my LinkedIn. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Julia. My LinkedIn, and I could just put it again here.
There you go, because there's no one that loves LinkedIn more than me. Absolutely. Absolutely. I dream about LinkedIn. It's funny when Bernie talks about what's the first thing that you do when you wake up. I reach for my phone and check LinkedIn. And if I'm not watching crap on YouTube, I'm scrolling on stuff on LinkedIn before I go to bed. There you go. When I'm on the plane on the tarmac, I'm getting my LinkedIn in. And there you go. When I arrive and I get signal again, straight on LinkedIn. So there you go. LinkedIn is awesome.
Right. I'm trying. I'll put it again. I did it earlier in the chat, but I think I've lost it and I tried to paste it now. But I'll find it. It's in the chat if you scroll up, my LinkedIn and also the connections to purchase Julia's book. I can't help promoting it. It's fantastic.
Well, yeah. There you go. Now, I was just going to say, before we finish up, is there anything anyone wants to say? Like, if there's anything you want to introduce yourself, add a comment, or say something, please, now's your chance. Just hit the hands up key if you want to do that, like the hands up key if you want to say anything. Now is your chance to say it. Because I'm going to get up at 4 a.m. to catch a flight to Brisbane. So, oh my God, Karen Clark, what are you thinking, Karen Clark?
Gonna unmute first. Yeah, I just wanted to share something to sort of back up what you were saying, Bernie. And it was about the wonderful Whitney Houston. I don't know if you all know her. Amazing. Yeah. And, she became really famous when she released her album, Whitney Houston, in 1985. And it was the biggest selling album by a debut artist. And then she did, of course, The Bodyguard, which made her even more famous. And, it was about that time that her imposter syndrome got on top of her, and she had a low self-esteem. And even though she was loved by so many wouldn't believe that she had such a low self-esteem of herself. She felt she wasn't good enough. And as you know what happened, she didn't make it. So when you said to people, to Ed's answer, say someone can't get on top of it, I'd say definitely reach out, because there are people who can help. And it is just stuff that's going on inside. It's not real. We're not really imposters. It's just what that negative dialogue and part of us that wants to keep us back, actually start our itty bitty shitty committee, or whatever you call it.
I love that.
Itty bitty shitty committee.
So that's why we need to develop a different committee. Scratch that one.
Itty shitty bitty committee.
I managed to put the link in again, guys. So I've posted the link in from my LinkedIn and Julia's book. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Karen. That's excellent. I love all of what you're about. So definitely I'd love to, you guys. I just want to connect. So please connect with me and let's continue the relationship.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you, Karen. We got a hands up from Dottie Earn. What do you think, Dottie?
Bernie, that was beautiful, so powerful. And I just wanted to say, yes, and I think anybody who's struggling, also I struggled for a little while, but I'm doing better now, but anybody who's struggling and feels their need to connect with better people or more positivity, you're spot on. And I just wanted to say thank you for saying that, because connection does really matter, and it might take time, but you can find good people and positive people. And a funny thing happened to me today. I was because I'm doing promotion for my business, so I do also cold calling. So I went to this brand new company. I've never been there before, and the one guy was on the phone and the other guy was not on the phone. And then I went right in and we were in a conversation. And he was so friendly. We just dove into a topic. And then the other guy, I could notice his energy. He was already stuck. He was already in a very sour mood, and he wanted me to leave. And then I said, just give me 1 second. I'm talking to your colleague. Just 1 second. But it was just a funny thing, because Bernie, I just wanted to say, have you noticed that when somebody's in a bad mood, whatever you throw at them, they're going to stay in that bad mood usually. But if somebody's in a good mood, it just amplifies. And so it just really, taught me to think about, like, no matter where you're at, it just helps us to feel like, where am I? Because maybe I want to improve my vibration. But so thank you again for the.
Thank you. My absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. Means a lot. Thank you.
Brilliant. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for all your great contributions. We'll finish up. I'm going to get up at 4 a.m. to shave and get ready and fly to Brisbane. So I'm absolutely pumped. So there you go. So, friends, to finish up, can we please unmute and give a thunderous round of applause to Bernie and, of course, the person next to you, and, of course, to your wonderful self. Thank you, everyone. Great one.
Thanks, Bernie.
Bye,
cheers.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Edward.
Cheers, Ed. Thank you.